आमलकी एकादशी आमलकी एकादशी what is amla 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 tree is amla fruit आंवला बोलते आंवला भी बोलते आंवला का पाउडर खाते हैं आंवले की एकादशी है क्या बोलते हैं गूसबेरी है उससे रिलेटेड है tomorrow they will also worship the amla tree. Amla tree is very auspicious and very medicinal. Amla ki Ekadashi. So I'll send you some videos and some write-up material to read for Amla ki Ekadashi. The glories of Amla ki Ekadashi. But it doesn't matter to us. For us, all the 24 Ekadashis are important. Ekadashi is an opportunity to associate closely with the Lord, and especially if the Ekadashi falls on a Saturday. यदि शनिवार को एकादशी आती है, रविवार को एकादशी आती है, छुट्टी के दिन एकादशी आती है, then you must take full advantage, because then sometimes you have to go to work and things like that. Then, but tomorrow is a Saturday, very nice. It's a good opportunity to fast and chant more rounds. Krishna has given you that opportunity. Will you take it, or will you spend time on Facebook, or will you spend time on Instagram? That we will learn in this chapter 3. How a living entity is forced to commit mistakes. Yes, Mataji, you raised your hand.
With regards to Ekadashi, Prabhuji, some of the calendar has.
Can you hold on, please? Can you pass the mic? Repeat the question again, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Some of the calendar has previous Ekadashi, and some of the calendar has ISKCON calendar has different Ekadashi, Prabhuji.
Yeah, some calendars have Ekadashi on different day, and ISKCON Gaudiya Vaishnava calendar has Ekadashi on a different day. So it is based on time and place also. So in India, the Ekadashi is today, based on the zone, location. Okay, our location is different. We are in Melbourne, Australia. So our location is different. So the calculations can change, the planetary positions can change, the Ekadashi timings can change. So wherever we are, we should try to follow that basis Ekadashi. So now that we have taken up the process of following the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, then we should follow that. Keep life simple. The idea is to chant maximum rounds. Ekadashi means to be close to Krishna. That is the whole idea. Actually, devotees are close to Krishna every single day. Those who are serious, for them Ekadashi or no Ekadashi, they will still get up at 4:30 and chant. And they will get up earlier then, and the chanting starts at 4:30. Okay. So, but yes, the answer to your question is based on time, place, time and place. The locations may be, the planetary calculations may be different. So we cut the complexity out, and we leave it to whoever has done that calculation for us. If it is wrong, they will take care of it. The Lord will take care of it. Yes, Mataji.
Is it also the reason why some day is not suitable for fasting?
Yes, if the Ekadashi starts after sunrise, then that Ekadashi is not suitable for fasting. Hence, the Ekadashi has to be done on the next day. So the Ekadashi Tithi should start before sunrise. एक बार सूर्योदय हो गया तो फिर दिन तो चालू हो गया, फिर एकादशी का फास्ट कैसे चालू करेंगे, right? So that is why Ekadashi has to be done, on a different day. So we don't have much challenges, but people who are constantly traveling, for them there is a challenge. So I had one devotee who is traveling today to India. So he said, in India there is Ekadashi today, and when you will reach India, it will be midnight of the next day of Ekadashi in India. So Ekadashi will still be on. So he's like, should I do Ekadashi or not? So he was perplexed for him because he's traveling their flight, and currently he's on the Australia time zone, but in the somewhere half of the journey later on he will enter India time zone where Ekadashi is already in force. and devotees don't want to miss Ekadashi. So that person took a decision.
Today.
I will be on fruits. So we gave him some fruits. Ekadashi is very, very important for her. Very, very important. So if you start loving Ekadashi and if you start fasting on Ekadashi, then I think it will automatically reduce many of your medications if you really fast on Ekadashi. Because medical science also tells us that every 15 days if you do full fast, then it gives a chance for your body to revive itself, revive all the cells. So this is a great opportunity, even from a medical perspective and spiritual perspective. What to tell? So very, very nice. So yes, tomorrow get up early, utilize an opportunity to chant, come to the temple, take darshan, associate with devotees. Some of you can get together in the afternoon and chant together more rounds. Get your children also to chant, sit and chant more rounds. Ekadashi is very, very important. Don't miss the opportunity. This is the fourth Ekadashi of the 2026 year. If you have not yet followed any Ekadashi, you can still take a vow. अब से जितनी Ekadashi आएंगे हम सब करेंगे. It is never late. Okay. Any questions on Ekadashi? All right, then let us continue with our Bhagavad Gita reading. So last week we were on chapter 3. Yeah, last week we were on chapter 3. Our I think we covered from 33 we finished. We finished 32.
Yeah.
So 30, 31, 32 we finished, right? Alright. We can do a quick, very quick recap. 5-10 minutes because some people may have not been there. So we will just do 30 quickly. I actually really love this particular verse. So let's recite this together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Mai sarvani karmani. Sannyasādhyātma cetasa Nirashir nirmamo bhutva Yuddhasva vigata jvaraha Mai sarvani karmani Sannyasādhyātma cetasa Nirashir nirmamo bhutva Yuddhasva vigata jvaraha. So last time we have read both the translation as well as the purport. So what are the key points here? This verse is primarily Krishna is directly talking about Bhakti Yoga here. Earlier in the chapter we discussed, Krishna talked about Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is also Nishkam Karma Yoga, but it is in one way completely Bhakti Yoga. He is giving all the important points of what Bhakti Yoga is all about. So what are the 3, 4, 5 points that we understand? What does this say?
Lord Krishna ordering Arjuna to surrendering all your words unto me.
First one is surrendering. So how should you live your life or how should you work in this world? इस जगत में काम कैसे करना है? First वाला surrendering all your works unto me. संपूर्ण समर्पण करो मुझे. Surrendering all your works. जो काम कर रहे हो वही मुझे समर्पण करो. काम का फल नहीं, काम भी करो और फल भी करो. Everything. First, then second, with full knowledge of me. मेरे बारे में पूरा जानकारी, मेरे बारे में सतत चिंतन. Full knowledge of me. Second, third वाला without desire for profit. फल की कामना नहीं, प्रॉफिट की कामना ही नहीं करना. So many of us are doing business. Na? Can you do business without doing profit? तो करना है कि नहीं प्रॉफिट की कामना? प्रॉफिट आया तो भगवान आपका, नहीं आया तो मैं ही आपका. Without desiring for profit. And then fourth one, no claims for proprietorship. Somebody last week said proprietorship मतलब मलकियत. I remember that. That is Brijesh Prabhu today. He is not here. मलकियत. So proprietorship. We feel every time ना कि हमने किया है. I am the one who is doing everything. If I don't go, then things will stop. मलकियत. No proprietorship. With no claims of proprietorship, and then free from lethargy. आलसीपना नहीं करना है किसी भी काम में. Right. So these are the 5 key instructions for us. If we follow this in our day-to-day life, we will go back home, back to Godhead, one day or the other. This is the key. So when you, for the children that are here, when you are giving exam or before even exam, when you are studying, so everything you are doing, you are telling the Lord, I am doing this so that I can become a better devotee, and I hope to gain your attention. So lethargy, we kind of free from lethargy, which means without alsipan, we have to study very hard, we have to work very hard. No discount in that sense. पूरा full effect से काम करना है. But no claims for proprietorship, no desire of but that doesn't mean कि I have to study them. ऐसे नहीं. We have to study because that is our duty. In your current phase of life, that is your duty to study hard. Okay? Study with full faith and aim for very high marks. But whether high marks will come or not, that will depend on your past karmic actions, reactions. Correct? So we leave everything to the Lord. Lord, I am going to give my best. Result, pass, fail, whatever is, that is in your hand. So 30th was this, and then 31st was what will happen if you, those who follow 30th, those who follow the injunctions as given in 30th, then the Lord tells. In 30th also, Prabhupada gave an example, ना? कौन सा example दिया था? That of a bank cashier का दिया था, है ना? Bank cashier every day is counting money. That doesn't mean वो सोचने लग जाएगा कि ये सब पैसा मेरा ही है, मैं ही दे रहा हूँ, सबको बांट रहा हूँ, है ना? मुझे ही इसका फल मिलना चाहिए. The bank cashier is doing his job, and he is getting paid to do that job. The fact that he is counting money and distributing it, in return he is also getting his own salary. Same is with us. Okay? We are like that bank cashier. We have to distribute money in the sense we have to work. We are in a family, we are in a grihastha lifestyle. So that means we have to take care of our children. But the property is belongs to the Lord. Cash किसका है? बैंक का है. Cashier सोचता नहीं मेरा cash है. He is just very cautiously दो बार गिन के he will distribute it correctly to the correct person based on his requirement, authority. So similarly, we have to behave that way. We have to work in that mode, that the parents that we have, the children that we have, the partner that we have to do perfectly, we have to do everything correctly like the way the cashier does. No lethargy, पूरा काम कर रहे हैं. But we have to assume that they are, Lord has given them in my life and the Lord will take them away. Okay? So we have to do our duty by following this 5 injunctions. So the Lord says to Arjun that people who execute their duties according to my injunction and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy, किसी भी ईर्ष्या के बिना, become free of bondage of will to action. So if you do all of this without envy, then you will become free. Free of what? Free of
bondage of relative action.
So how to do the activity? How to do those 5 things? With faith. पहले बात, with faith we have to do. पूरा विश्वास होना चाहिए ये प्रोसेस के ऊपर. विश्वास नहीं है तो नहीं होगा. You have to have full faith. So full faith is very very important too. It is the key ingredient. Full faith. And we took some examples, right? When we take a flight, we have full faith in the pilot. We have full faith in the airlines that they are going to give our bag at the next destination. We have full faith that the pilot is fully qualified. He has all the training to land in difficult situations, in stormy situations. We have full faith. Similarly, we need to have full faith in the process, full faith on Guru, and full faith on the Lord, and without envy. So if we do how to follow those 4 injunctions with full faith and without envy, then what will happen? The result is freedom from bondage. जीवन मृत्यु के चक्कर से निकल जाओगे बाहर. Okay? And for those who don't do it, क्या होता है? 3.32. For those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. 32. Sometimes I don't know the translation of Hindi. There's some Hindi. किंतु जो ईर्ष्यावश इन उपदेशों की उपेक्षा करते हैं और उनका पालन नहीं करते, उन्हें समस्त ज्ञान से रहित, दिग्भ्रमित तथा सिद्धि के प्रयासों में नष्ट भ्रष्ट समझना चाहिए. Don't ask me the meaning of this. Whoever had to understand, they must have understood. Okay. So bereft of all knowledge, befooled, they are ruined in their endeavors for perfection. Sometimes people think that if I am doing my own duty, if I am nicely earning, if I am not causing trouble to others, मैं मेरा अच्छा जी रहा हूँ ना, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? भगवान को इतना नहीं करते तो उसमें क्या है? Then Krishna says, ruined in their endeavors. भगवान को क्यों नहीं करते इतना पूजा पाठ? एनवी की वजह से. If there is envy in the heart, नहीं क्यों उसका करो? मैं कर रहा हूँ ना अपना मन से, अपना खुद का कमा के कर रहा हूँ ना. I am doing all the efforts. I am working hard. कर्मयोग. कर भला हो भला. ऐसा होता है क्या? Ideal life नहीं होता है. So that is envy. Envy is deep rooted. That is why people don't want to accept the higher authority. So Krishna says, जिसके मन में envy है. 31 में क्या बोला था? 30 में give 5 points on how to do things, how to follow the injunction. Then 31 में gave the 2 ways, with faith and without envy. Now 32 में what is happening? He's saying people who have envy, they will never get perfection. They will never get perfection. माया जाल में फंसते जाएंगे. माया देवी फंसा देगी. So what will happen? Their endeavors for perfection will be ruined. काम बिगड़ जाएगा. भक्ति वाला काम बिगड़ जाएगा. भक्ति नहीं पा सकते वो. If there is envy in the heart, then no matter how many yajnas you do, how many pujas you do, ting, every day morning you will do, but nothing, it will not take effect. So your life will be controlled by the past karmic actions, the past samskaras. उससे आपका जीवन चलते रहेगा. पिछला रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है तो अच्छा चलते रहेगा. गड़बड़ वाला हो गया तो गड़बड़ चलते रहेगा. ऐसे. ओके. सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू नाउ. 33. Chapter 3, 33. Somebody can read the translation. Can you pass the एक थोड़ा teenagers को दे दो माइक इधर. Please read. One of you can read translation.
Even a man of knowledge acts according to his own nature. For everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the 3 modes. What can repression accomplish?
And can you read the purport, please?
Unless one is situated on the transcendental platform of Krishna consciousness, he cannot get free from the influence of the modes of material nature. As it is confirmed by the Lord in the 7th chapter, 7.14. Therefore, even for the most highly educated person on the mundane plane, it is impossible to get out of the entanglement of Maya simply by theoretical knowledge or by separating the soul from the body. There are many so-called spiritualists who outwardly pose as advanced in the science but inwardly or privately are completely under particular modes of nature which they are unable to surpass. Academically, one may be very learned, but because of his long association with material nature, he is in bondage.
Just hold on, please. Very, very important point. Academically, one may be very learned, but because of his long association with material nature, he is in bondage. What is bondage? Bondage मतलब क्या? बंधन. बंधन मतलब क्या? किसका बंधन? हाँ, but माया ठीक है. That is right. That will always be right answer. But how do you simplify it? किसका bondage? बंधन का, हाँ मन का. Bondage of being entangled, but why is that of not accepting a higher authority in the form of Lord Krishna? इसीलिए bondage में है ना. इसीलिए bondage में है. So the ideal position of the soul is being servant of Krishna. Jivere Sarupa Nityare Krishna Das. They are servants of the Lord. But due to Prabhupada says sometimes so many people are very highly learned. Scientists होते हैं, बहुत बड़े लोग होते हैं, बहुत जबरदस्त PhD किया होता है, सब कुछ किया होता है. But they can't accept this little bit of authority. So then they are in that bondage. So इतना सारा ज्ञान काम का नहीं होता है. It will further get them entangled. ऐसे. And Prabhupada says here 7.14 he gives. Unless one is situated on the transcendental platform of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada could have also written unless one is situated in Krishna consciousness. Why he has written transcendental platform of Krishna consciousness? What does transcend mean? Transcend means जब परे जाना, है ना? To transgress from one level to another level. So to transgress from material world to the spiritual world. Krishna consciousness का platform है हमें ऊपर उठा देता है. हम even by being in the material world, our consciousness will still be at a very high level if we follow this. So Prabhupada says, but क्या होता है problem? Cannot get free from the influence of modes of material nature. आगे जाके in chapter 7.14 there is this very nice verse, and I think we took this verse when we were discussing Durga Devi. Let us recite this verse. Reading from Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse number 14. Daivihi isha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam taranti te. Translation 7.14 BG Bhagavad Gita.
This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
So Prabhupada in 3.33 he quotes 7.14. आगे जाके पढ़ने वाले हम. And we have done this earlier also. We have discussed this verse. माया देवी जो है पकड़ कर, वेरी डिफिकल्ट 3 modes जकड़ के रखते हैं उनको, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है to overcome. But what Prabhupada says, but what Prabhupada translates, and Krishna says to Arjuna, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Surrender का क्या है? Surrender का what is the प्रपद्यन्ते माया मेताम तरंती पे, वो तर जाएगा, आराम से निकल जाएगा. Those who have प्रपद्यन्ते. So दैवी ऐसा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यय, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. दुरत्यय वेरी डिफिकल्ट. मम माया, मेरी जो है माया शक्ति है ना गुणमयी, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. So what happens when somebody has angry? Maya Devi takes over. The first thing that will happen is he will become extremely rich. He or she. पैसा बहुत वेल्थ आएगा. और दूर जैसे ज्यादा ज्यादा वेल्थ आते जाएगा वैसे भगवान से आदमी दूर होते जाते हैं. क्योंकि देन कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा, सब मैंने किया है ऐसे. So Maya Devi takes over, and then the dependence on the Lord is reduced. और जिसके जीवन में दुख आता है, and if they are chanting and फिर भी दुख आता है, तो इसका मतलब क्या? Krishna is trying to finish off all the reaction from the past life by giving a smaller dose, है ना, जल्दी जल्दी खत्म कर रहा है, बट जिसको आना नहीं है उसको और पुश देता है, डीप में ऐसा होता है. So you will see around many devotees this way, those who may be suffering or something or the other is happening, yet they are continuing to chant. This is a very live example. Good. So okay, so let's come back to 33. So very very difficult. So Krishna says then from 32 to 33, man acts according to his own nature, which is acquired by the three modes. So स्वभाव बोलते हैं ना, स्वभाव चेंज नहीं हो सकता. हम बोलते हैं ना कि किसी का स्वभाव चेंज करना बड़ा मुश्किल है. क्यों? क्योंकि स्वभाव पिछले जन्म से लेके आ रहा है, पिछले के पिछले जन्मों जन्मों से लेके आ रहा है. इट इज स्वभाव इज impressions of the past life. Very very difficult to change unless a person comes in association of a devotee and he comes into this circle of Krishna consciousness. He gets the spiritual education and then he starts chanting, where the Hridaya Shuddhikaran will happen, whether the heart cleansing will happen, and the Swabhav can change slowly and steadily. Very difficult. So that is what it is said. What can repression accomplish? So बहुत difficult है, तो फंस जाएगा बंदा इसके अंदर. So we cannot force somebody to give up their Swabhav. Even a man of knowledge acts according to his own nature. Everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the three modes. What can accomplish? So Krishna consciousness helps one to get out of material entanglement. So in 30, verse number 30, Krishna gave 5 points. What if we are not able to follow properly all those 5 points? Will we progress? 5 पॉइंट जो बोले थे ना कि नो प्रोप्राइटरशिप, फुल फेथ, विदाउट लेथार्जी, तो जो 5 पॉइंट बोले थे, even if you are unable to follow all the 5 points properly, you will still progress. हमें करते रहना चाहिए. That's it. We are still able to progress. So we may not be completely in Krishna consciousness by exactly following those 5 intentions, but we will still make progress as long as we continue to be in that position and we continue to try and make full effort, है ना, ऐसे. तो हमें यही करना है. We just have to stick to it. छोड़ना नहीं है कृष्णा को, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है करके नहीं छोड़ना है. हाँ, कोई इजी रास्ता नहीं है दूसरा, यही एक ही रास्ता है कलयुग में. Okay? So that's 33. तो 33 and 34 में, despite one's intelligence is invested in the potency to push a conditioned soul away from Krishna consciousness, Maya will do that. Now the next verse will answer the question, if we all are helplessly forced to act according to our nature, what is the use of so many rules? है ना? So let's see what happens. 34 करते हैं. Next one, this verse is पास्ता दिख भी नहीं रहा है पीछे. ओ प्रभु बोले पीछे.
There are principles.
3.34. Yeah.
There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to the senses and their objects. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion, because they are stumbling block on the path of self-realization.
Please continue reading the purport.
Those who are in Krishna consciousness are naturally reluctant to engage in material sense gratification, but those who are not in such consciousness should follow the rules and regulations of revealed scriptures. Unrestricted senses enjoyment is the cause of material encouragement, but one who follows the rules and regulations of the revealed scriptures does not become entangled by the sense objects.
Okay, thank you. So Prabhupada here mentions, so there are 2 points, attachment and एवर्जन. अटैचमेंट मतलब अटैचमेंट को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? लगाव. अटैचमेंट. एंड एवर्जन. एवर्जन को क्या बोलते हैं? टू रिपेल समथिंग, पुट समथिंग अवे. एवर्जन का सिनोनिम क्या है? एवर्जन. Intense dislike or opposition towards the person, thing or situation. So attachment is also not good and aversion is also not good. Attachment to sense objects and aversion from scriptures or from Krishna. So Prabhupada says here, unrestricted sense enjoyment is the cause of material engagement. So hence he has given 4 primary rules and regulations that we all follow. Unrestricted नहीं, खाना है तो खा सकते हैं, but something that is through the scriptures. No meat eating है ना, no gambling, no तीसरा no illicit relationships, and चौथा no intoxication. So unrestricted sense enjoyment. So we have to dovetail now towards Krishna. Everything we have to dovetail towards Krishna. So when you started coming here 2-3 years ago, whenever, then earlier many of us were having onion garlic. Then we slowly controlled and we doubted कि Krishna को भोग लगा नहीं सकते इसके से. So we took things in control and we threw the onion garlic out. And now so many people learned how to cook. They did not know how to start cooking. पहले ऑनियन नहीं डालो तो कुकिंग कैसे चालू हो गया, तो उधर ही गाड़ी रुक गया. ऐसा नहीं. Some people learned how to cook. So what is this? So we have to control our senses and we have to figure out ways so that we follow the rules and regulations given in the scriptures. So that is what Prabhupada did there. That if you follow the rules and regulations, then slowly and steadily you will come out of that entanglement. So senses control में आ जाएंगे, है ना? Sometimes when we see things outside, ऐसा मन में नहीं आता खट से कि खा लो यार. Sometimes recently when I went to India, they called for marriage and all. So marriage, there are so many nice items, food. Nice मतलब कि it may appear palatable, but then our senses are very much in control. तुमको नहीं खाना है, तुमने भोग नहीं लगाया, कुछ नहीं लगाया, कैसे खा सकते हैं? So we will control. That's what sense control. So there's not only in eating, that applies to everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? So according to the scriptural injunctions, so all these propensities need to be curbed. So one has to follow rules and regulations, unattached to them, because practice of sense gratification under regulations may also lead one to go astray as much as there is a chance of accident. So this is nice purport. Therefore, no one should try to be detached from Krishna consciousness at any stage of life. The whole purpose of detachment from all kinds of sense attachment is ultimately to become situated on the platform of Krishna consciousness. So attachment to sense is the stumbling block of self-realization. So unrestricted enjoyment किए तो हम फंस जाएंगे. That is why we need to follow the regulative principles. Prabhuji, can you give the mic to Tapan in teaching? आप मेरे को बजना पढ़ो, जिस पढ़ सकते तो पढ़ो. 35 दिख रहा है तो पढ़ो, नहीं तो इधर लगा माइक. It is far better.
It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though voluntarily, than another's duties perfectly. Restriction in the core of performing one's own duties better than engaging in another's duties. For to follow another's path is dangerous.
For to follow me. So now Krishna is telling to Arjun that you must do your duty and whatever is prescribed for you, swadharma, that you must do. You should not do others' duties. Because what happened earlier? Arjun was telling to Krishna that I don't want to fight. मैं जंगल में जाता हूँ. I can beg and also eat, but I don't want to fight. Then Krishna told Arjun, you are Kshatriya. Your duty is to fight. वो begging का और एक सन्यासी तो है ही नहीं तुम कि तुम उधर जाके किसी और का ड्यूटी करेगा, right? That is what Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna. That you can't do others' duty. Even if you know how to beg properly, very nicely, first class, but still you cannot, you should not do. Your duty is to be a Kshatriya. So even if you cannot fight, you should still fight. This is also applicable for us. हमें कुछ और नहीं करना चाहिए. Sometimes in our Krishna consciousness, some people may get to go into altar. They may be Brahmin initiated, and some may not be initiated. So those who are not initiated, they may feel like, okay, even I can go inside and do it. I want to go inside and do it. But ऐसा नहीं, उसका समय नहीं आया अभी तक, right? Or in other words, some people may want to cook, but if they are not following all the principles, then they may not get entry into the kitchen to cook. ऐसा. So whatever is your duty, whatever is your prescribed duty, you should do. ऐसा. So in simple words, because in nowadays there is no Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, that line has been mixed. So we don't know what our real duty is in terms of the Varna or Ashram. Okay? So what should we do? Follow the 4 regulative principles and 3.30 में जैसे दिया वो करो. Do your duty as in the mood of surrender to Lord Krishna. No proprietorship, no expectation of profit, no lethargy, ममत्व, सब मेरा है, ऐसे, no मलकियत. So if we do that, then everything will fall in place. That is our duty. So accepting another's duty promotes whimsicality and thus ultimately creates havoc. We should not accept somebody else's duty. Accepting another's duty causes social disruption, and accepting another's duty is not as easy as one thinks. Okay. So during Prabhu Shri Ramchandra's time also, or I don't know, was it there was some Shudra trying to practice reading the Shastras due to some wrong things were happening in the kingdom. And then the king came and then he found out, and then he gave punishment to the Shudra. He said, you are not supposed to read the Shastra. So you can't do somebody else's duty. It will create issues. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Ah.
how do we describe in this practical world?
How do we describe this in the practical world? Na? वही तो बोला कि we should just follow the 4 regulative principles properly. यही हमारा ड्यूटी है अभी. इसका मतलब क्या है? Everything that, let's say, as a mother you are cooking, as a lady of the house, yeah, you are managing the entire house, but you have to get Krishna in the center first. So when I say Krishna in the center, it means Krishna has the highest priority in each and every activity of your life. So at that time, you can't say that आज पूजा नहीं होगा क्योंकि कुछ एग्जाम आ गया है, कुछ हो गया है, certain important things are there. No. समझ में आ रहा है? Properly following 4 regulative principles. So properly following and keeping those 4 injunctions है ना, जो बोला, keeping Krishna, full surrender to Krishna in every activity that we do.
No, helping others, you say just now.
Helping?
Helping others.
किसका helping others?
No, you just say,
You should not do others' duties.
Yeah, others' duties.
Others' duties, मतलब I give you some examples, right? So one of the examples, Arjun wanted to beg. He said, मैं छोड़ देता हूँ, मेरे को क्षत्रियगिरी नहीं करना है. I don't want to fight. So many bad things are going to happen. I will instead take the duty of a Shudra. I will go and beg. So that is not recommended. Not helping others, doing duties of others. So you should not interpret it as by doing the duties of others you are helping others. So तुम्हारा ड्यूटी कौन करेगा फिर? So that is how it is. Okay, clear? So Krishna has to be in the center. So no discount on that. So as long as so this is what is given in the scripture. This is what Krishna is telling again and again. So every time yesterday we went for grocery shopping. So grocery shopping में भी when Vishwabhana Sutta is buying fruits, तो उसमें कृष्णा सेंटर में ना कि okay, next we are going to come to the grocery shopping after 7 days. तो 7 days का fruits चाहिए for Krishna. Because in the morning we are going to cut and fruit offering होने वाला है. So 7 days का different fruit we will try. तो 1 apple हो गया, इधर grapes हो गया, कुछ strawberries हो गया. So what I'm trying to say is, shopping activity is diverted towards Krishna consciousness, right? Now there also sometimes the shopkeeper will give you something to taste. हाँ क्या देखो, he wants to sell. अभी हमारा मन में तो कृष्णा को ऑफर नहीं किया तो कैसे खाएगा? At the same time, you also have to get some good quality thing for Krishna. है? Do both ways. So there is a dilemma in a devotee's life. Devotee का challenge different है, right? So sometimes we can take it and say, my Lord, I'm going to tell this so that I ensure you get the right thing. और श्री विष्णु करके उसको मन में भी ऑफर करके फिर कभी कभी devotee can sometimes taste because we want to get the right thing. So sometimes you have to take pumpkin. Pumpkin सब्जी खाते हैं ना तुम? Generally in the fruit market or in the sabji market, the pumpkin is already cut into 4 pieces. तो devotee will think कि अभी मैं एक छोटा पीस लिया, but बाकी वाले 2 पीस तो पहले से ही कोई खा लिया है, वो कृष्ण को कैसे जाएगा? You understand? Full surrenderment to Krishna comes at this level. एक एक चीज में वो सोच रहा है. So then what we will do? We will take the full pumpkin. उसमें छोटा से छोटा निकल गया. छोटा से छोटा pumpkin is also this big. Okay, so that is why devotees will try not to take half-cut veggies. Yes, sir. Okay, so that is called involving Krishna in day-to-day activities in Kali Yuga. Yes, sir. Everyone has to cleanse his heart by gradual process and not abruptly. However, when one transcends the modes and is fully situated in Krishna consciousness, he can perform anything and everything under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master. Vishwamitra was originally a Kshatriya, but later on acted as a Brahmana, example. And Parshuram was originally a Brahmana, but later on acted as a Kshatriya. So no matter how whatever the position is, but if you take up to the path of Krishna consciousness, then you will progress. एक मृगारी करके hunter था ना, मृगारी. He used to kill animals, but ऐसे animal को पूरा नहीं मारता था. Animal को आधा मार के छोड़ता था. The animal used to तड़पता था. The animal used to actually be in extreme agony. Because he has not been killed completely. So तड़प के मारा. So Mrigari used to take pleasure in looking at that thing as अच्छा है. Can you imagine Mrigari's thought process? But he came into association of Narad Muni. Narad Muni gave him one mantra. Mrigari started chanting the mantra, and सब purification हो गया. That is the power of bhakti yoga. If you go and tell Mrigari कर्म योगा कर भला हो काम कर ही रहा हो ना भला. Because his thought process is there. ज्ञान योग नहीं बोल सकते उसको, कुछ समझा नहीं सकते उसको. भक्ति योगा ही कर सकते हैं. So when the Lord sends devotees in your life, take on that opportunity, associate with them. And fortunately for us, Prabhupada is here with us. He has established all the process. We just have to follow. So as long as one is on the material platform, he must perform his duties as prescribed according to the modes, at the same time with full sense of Krishna consciousness. Okay? Let's move on. So 36. So we'll find out main reason why people do mistakes. 3.36 Arjuna uvacha athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha annichan api varshneya balad eva niyojitaha. So can we pass the mic here to the ladies side? Translation. Yes, Nandana, you can read. Translation. Arjuna said.
Arjun said, "O descendant of
Vrishni, O descendant of Vrishni,
by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force?"
So Arjuna is asking to Krishna, descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to act? बंदा गलत काम करता क्यों है? As if he is engaged by a force. Many times it happens that people understand that something is sinful, still they end up doing it. है ना? हमारे साथ भी हो सकता है, होता भी होगा. बहुत टाइम पता चलता है कि गलत है, फिर भी हम कर लेते हैं. So many times there is on the cigarette also there is cigarette box there is written cigarette smoking is injurious to health. But the same person will open, he will read that and he will still get the cigarette out and he will smoke. As if compelled by force. All of us know that we have to sleep at night and get up early for chanting. Yet, that Facebook is calling us. That ting from Instagram is calling us. Unknowingly we are forced to do this. We understand time is going. I am feeling sleepy. Tomorrow morning I have to go to work. But वो हाथ को जैसे बांध दिया है उसके साथ. है ना? Everybody thinks he's क्या सच बोल रहा है प्रभु. Nobody is agreeing here. Can you continue, Nandana, to read a living entity?
A living entity, as part and parcel of the Supreme, is original, spiritual, pure, and free from all material contaminations. Therefore, by nature, he is not subject to the sins of the material world. But when he is in contact with the material nature, he acts in many sinful ways without hesitation, and sometimes even against his will. As such, Arjuna's question to Krishna is very opportune. As to the perverted nature of the living entities, although the living entity sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act. Sinful actions are not, however, impelled by the super soul within, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explains in the next verse.
So Prabhupada says here towards the end, कि जो जबरदस्ती गड़बड़ करते हैं ना, there is आत्मा and there is परमात्मा, दोनों है ना. परमात्मा is in the हृदय, right? So Prabhupada clarifies, the super soul is not impelling you to do a sinful act. नहीं, भगवान तो हमेशा करेक्ट सिग्नल्स ही दे रहे हैं कि मत कर, गड़बड़ हो रहा है, should not do it. But our antenna is not tuned to that signal. That's why we are unable to catch it. Our antenna is cloudy. Our signals are cloudy. What is cloudy? So there are so many other signals going on. And due to all of that, we are unable to hear the Paramatma. So there is something that impels a sinful action. It is not the super soul. Okay. So what is that thing that impels a person? That we will learn in 3.37. Let's see. Shri, तो पहले बात अर्जुन उवाच था ना 36 में. Arjuna asked Krishna, what is that thing that compels somebody? And now Lord Krishna is answering. Shri Bhagwan uvacha Kama esha Krodha esha Rajoguna samudbhavaha Mahashano mahapapma Vidhi enam iha vairinam. When there is a dot below the N, the now becomes now. Vairinam, but it is difficult for some people to pronounce. No. So somebody else can read the, yes, can read the translation.
The serpent personality of Godhead said, "It is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the overpowering sinful enemy of this world."
So now Lord Krishna gives the answer. What is that thing that compels people? That is lust. What is lust given here? Or what is the Sanskrit word for lust here? Kama. गुण तो है, बट काम से लिंक है रजोगुण, बट काम जो है उसको लस्ट बोला गया है. उसका रियल वर्ड है लस्ट. सो व्हाट इज काम? Generally, calm will be associated with abominable activities and generally sexual activities, but not necessarily. Okay, calm is having, in general, calm will be any material desire which is going to take you away from Krishna. इसको बोलते हैं calm. It could easily mean that you want to spend time on the phone. It is going to take you away from Krishna. So why it will take away from Krishna? Because when you start watching, then you will see photos, videos. It will create an impression on your mind. वो impression एक बार हो गया ना, वो difficult है impression निकलने के लिए. बहुत difficult है impression निकलने के लिए. Very difficult. So hence, Prabhupada was once, Srila Prabhupada was once traveling in the plane, and they at that time. The disciples decided that Srila Prabhupada is getting old, he should travel in first class. So they got a first class ticket, and it was decided that his servant will travel along with him in first class and all others will travel in economy class. So Prabhupada went into first class, so nice seat, servant is sitting next. And then at that time the air hostess came with the trolley. First class का है तो menu भी है, so what do you want? And then Prabhupada looked at it, वहाँ पे beef का cuttings था, like we could have got cuttings of it and different drinks, liquor, this, that, everything nice. And the Prabhupada told his servant, can you get our prasad out? Rasgullas and some nice bhajiyas and this and that. And he started eating, and the air hostesses were also watching. And Prabhupada, he ate little bit. And then he said, you distribute it to all the air hostesses. So the servant distributed everything, and the air hostesses liked the prasad. Then Prabhupada told his servant that, there is no point coming in first class. We are not going to enjoy all these things. And even am I going to, then the servant said, Prabhupada, you have a special screen for yourself. So Prabhupada said at that time, I don't want to watch that thing because it's going to create some impression in my mind. He was very, very careful in everything that he do. हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? What are we looking at? Because every small thing will create an impression, and it is very difficult to get that impression out. लिखना इजी है, बाद में उसको रब करके निकालना बहुत मुश्किल है. जितना भी रब किया ना तो थोड़ा थोड़ा सा रह जाता है पीछे, है ना, और पेपर थोड़ा खराब भी हो जाता है. फुटप्रिंट रह जाता है. यस, ऐसा ही है हमारा मन. स्पेशली बच्चों का मन तो एकदम वाइट बोर्ड की तरह है. उसके ऊपर एक बार काली पूछ गया ना, वो डिफिकल्ट है निकालने के लिए. सो हेंस एज पेरेंट्स you should be very, very cautious of what your children are watching, how they are spending time, because it will take them away from Krishna. So in 3.37, Krishna says, lust is that force which impels one to act sinfully. तो लस्ट कहाँ से आता है? रजोगुण से आता है. Born of the mode of passion. रजोगुण, सत्वगुण and तमोगुण. We always want to be in मिनिमम सत्वगुण. मोड ऑफ गुडनेस में हमें रहना है. मोड ऑफ गुडनेस में तभी रह सकते हैं व्हेन वी फॉलो ऑल द 4 अदर प्रिंसिपल्स. तो धीरे धीरे फिर फुल टाइम सत्वगुण में आ जाएंगे ऐसे. सो इन 3.37, 3.36 अर्जुन आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज इट दैट फोर्सेस? 37 में कृष्ण इज आंसरिंग, कामा. कामा इज फोर्सिंग एवरीबॉडी टू एक्ट एंड मेक इनकरेक्ट डिसीजंस. फोर्सफुली एक्ट करना पड़ता है. रजोगुण बहुत पावरफुल है. So what is the thing? So kama is born of mode of passion और रजोगुण. अगर कामा फुलफिल नहीं हुआ let's say somebody has a desire to do something and it is not fulfilled, then what will happen? क्रोध में आ जाएगा, एंगर. तो काम के साथ एंगर पीछे पीछे ही चल रहा है. थोड़ा भी फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ डिजायर इज नॉट देयर, बट एंगर. एंड वंस अ पर्सन इज एंग्री, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Recently I read in the news one young boy from India who killed his father. कुछ किसने पढ़ा है वो न्यूज? हाँ, आपने पढ़ा है? यंग लड़का है, बहुत यंग लड़का है. तो उसको कोर्ट केस में, तो he killed his father and this all happened in fit of rage. थोड़ा सा एंग्री हो गया था, फादर ने कुछ तो बोल दिया, मेरे को याद नहीं क्यों, but for whatever reason. And the sister was also there in the house. And the sister was petrified. He told the sister, don't tell anybody. And then he chopped up the body and things like that. He did so many things. Sorry to say here. But this example came to my mind now because once that desire is not fulfilled, immediately anger आता है तो instantly he took action and he killed. And now he is petrified when he is being taken to the court. So the reporters asked, ऐसा कैसा हैवान निकला तुम? How could you do it? Then he told, it happened in a fit of rage. बहुत गुस्सा आया था. अभी even at this stage when I am now repenting of what I did, but at that stage क्रोध आ गया था. So क्रोध is dangerous. So it forces us to act sinfully. He was forced by that anger, क्रोध control ही नहीं था. So this is the greatest enemy of the living entity. His entire life is gone. No one is going to marry him. He is obviously going to be in jail for so many times. कोर्ट के चक्कर काटे किसी में, हाँ, पूरा जिंदगी गया. One life gone. कृष्णा चैंटिंग दूर दूर तक कहीं नहीं है. जेल में जाएगा, जेल में जाके बाकी कैदियों को पता चला क्यों आया अंदर, तो उसकी अलग धुलाई वहां करेंगे, वो बात अलग है. So that is what will happen. One small step, incorrect step, can take you away from Krishna for lifetimes. We are all lucky to be present here. So lust originates when the soul's inherent love for Krishna is refracted back upon himself. Thus lust, the intense desire to please one's senses, is a reflection of the soul's original intense desire to please Krishna. So we have to dovetail our desires towards Krishna. कुछ अच्छा खाना है, भगवान को भोग लगा के खाओ. अच्छा डांस करना है, कीर्तन लगा के डांस करो. Desire है ना. So many youngsters now, they would want to dance. We can't send them to the pub for dancing, right? So we have to give them a kirtan night. Recently, the youths of Hare Krishna Melbourne, they had a youth kirtan. It was kept at two places. One was in the west in Wyndham somewhere, and then one in Port Melbourne, Betty Hall. Last weekend पे था. So many young kids came. They participated in the youth programs. You know? So you have to be part of that emails, you know, because I may not be able to send all messages. इतना messages आ रहा है, so I can't send everything. But yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you have a desire to dance, dance for Krishna. If you have a desire to eat, give bhoga, and you have a desire to dress very nicely, yes, dress nicely for the pleasure of the Lord. You have to dovetail everything, all of our desire. Desire तो बंद नहीं होने वाले, वो तो आते ही रहेंगे. We have to dovetail. If somebody is telling by meditation सब desire चले जाएंगे, it can't happen in Kali Yuga. Not possible. So we have to dovetail, rechannelize. Okay. 3.37. Breath is the manifestation of the mode of ignorance, Prabhupada says. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expanded himself into many of his ever-increasing spiritual bliss, and the living entities are parts and parcels of this spiritual bliss. Prabhupada says. It's a very long purport, but Prabhupada says here in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord induces Arjuna to engage his wrath upon his enemies for the satisfaction of the Lord. Therefore, lust and wrath, they are together. When they are employed in Krishna consciousness, become our friends instead of our enemies. What is a good example of anger in Krishna consciousness? Hanuman got angry, but then what did he do? He was in Ram consciousness or Krishna consciousness, same thing. लंका जला दिया, एंगर को डाउटेल किया राम कॉन्शियसनेस में. So that is what even Lord Krishna is telling Arjun. Angry है ना, so why don't you fight with that anger? अधर्मी लोगों को मार दो, ऐसा. So this is what Lord is telling to Arjun. So that is the example given. Alright, let's go next. 38. 38, who can read the translation please?
As fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb, the living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of this lust.
So there are three levels of Krishna is continuing to explain. Vrat, Kama, Krodha, enemies of living entity. Now Krishna is saying कि कैसा covering है उसका. There are three coverings. First example, there are three levels of covering. First example is given of smoke and fire. When you do a yajna, you can see, sometimes you can see only smoke coming out of the wood. But there is fire underneath. थोड़ा थोड़ा दिखता है fire. But majorly you will see smoke coming. So the smoke fire. Then second is mirror and dust example is given. When dust covers the mirror, can you see your reflection in it? बिल्कुल भी नहीं दिखेगा reflection, थोड़ा भी नहीं दिखेगा. And the third degree of covering that Krishna gives an example is embryo is covered by the womb. When a lady is pregnant, can you see the baby inside? No. It is fully covered by the womb. बाहर के covering में. You can't see. Three different degrees of covering. So let's continue to see क्या है. Please continue with the purport, Mataji.
There are three degrees of covering of the living entity by which his pure consciousness is obscured. This covering is but lust under different manifestation like smoke in the fire, dust on the mirror, and the warmth about the embryo. When the lust is compared to smoke, it is understood that the fire of the living spark can be a little perceived. In other words, when the living entity exhibits his Krishna consciousness slightly, he may be likened to the fire covered by smoke. Although fire is necessary, where there is smoke, there is no overt manifestation of fire in the early stage. This stage is like the beginning of Krishna consciousness. The dust on the mirror refers to a cleansing process of the mirror of the mind. So many spiritual methods. The best process is to chant the holy name of Lord. The embryo covered by the womb, an analogy illustrating a helpless position. For the child in the womb is so helpless that he cannot even move. This stage is living condition can be compared to that of the trees. The trees are also living entities.
So hold on. So Prabhupada here gives various levels of examples, and Prabhupada here gives one category of comparison. He says smoke and fire is consciousness of human being. So human being consciousness is the highest. Even if there is smoke, little bit of smoke, you can still see the fire. थोड़ा तो visibility है. So consciousness of human being is high. Then mirror dust is consciousness of animals like birds and beasts. So mirror and dust. And the third one, embryo womb, जिसमें you can't see the embryo inside the womb. It is impossible. It is like the trees, consciousness of a tree. Tree का कोई consciousness है क्या? ऐसे पेड़ है पीछे इधर, उधर भी there is some indoor plant. What is the consciousness of the indoor plant? कुछ consciousness ही नहीं है ना. Very consciousness at a very low level. It is limited to perceiving the light and accepting water. And maybe some खाद इधर, some fertilizers here and there to maintain. That's it. But the plant is not going to feel anything. Somebody cuts off its leaf, उसको feeling नहीं आएगा. So but then the consciousness is higher in case of animals. So mirror dust का example दिया है ऐसे. and the consciousness is the best in human beings. So human life is an opportunity, a chance to kindle the fire of Krishna consciousness by careful handling of the smoke. One can conquer lust by cultivation of Krishna consciousness under proper guidance. We need to be guided. खुद से अकेले करेंगे तो नहीं होगा. By being in association of devotees and by being guided by an advanced devotee, then we will be able to come out of this. So smoke fire, Prabhupada here says, is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. Mirror dust बोलते हैं कि by chanting and cleansing spiritual method बोल रहा है ऐसे. And then the best process to chant the holy names of the Lord. That is the best process. And tomorrow is the best day for this. Tomorrow is the best day. So you can all get up early tomorrow morning, plan your day nicely, and do your spiritual learning tomorrow. Aditya, what is the status of the prasad and everything? You let me know. Okay. Confirm करके बताओ. In the human form of life, one can conquer the enemy lust by cultivation of Krishna consciousness under able guidance.
Correct.
Yes, thank you. Therefore, the human form of life is a chance for living entity to escape the entanglement of material existence. All right. We will stop here. We have reached verse number 38. So 3.38. Next time we will start from 3.39. And then hopefully next week we will finish this chapter 3. 39 से लेके 43. Only 5 verses. 3, 4, 5. So we will figure out more about lust and how to overcome it. Okay? Any questions? All right. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.